Hi everyone, this is Norma with All My Crochet, and today I have another tutorial for you. I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful dress right here. It's a very easy and simple pattern to do. This is done all in one piece. The only sewing that you're going to do is the buttons on the back of the dress. The stitches that we're going to be using for this is a chain stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, and then a small puff stitch, which I will show you how to do. But again, very easy, very simple. I can kind of see here the pattern on it. And I have this white one as well. Here's a purple one. It's the edging on the bottom. And then this one right here. I'm going to show you the materials that we need to make this dress. By the way, this dress will be called Giana. It is named after my granddaughter. Again, I've mentioned in other videos, I have 6 grandkids, 5 are girls, 1 is a boy. So I decided to start naming the dresses after them. I've already done a Liliana dress, which is a wedding dress that's in my playlist. I've also done a dress, I think the last video I did was a Natalie dress. So this one will be the Giana dress. So today I am using I Love This yarn from Hobby Lobby, and it is a size number 4 medium worsted weight yarn. I don't know if it's in focus there or not, but it's a size 4 medium weight yarn. We're also going to use 2 crochet hooks. We're going to start off with a G 4mm hook, and then we're going to switch eventually to a J 6mm hook. I don't know why it's not going in focus here. It's a 6mm hook. Then you're going to need a darning needle to sew in your ends, and 2 stitch markers, and of course scissors to cut your yarn. So let's get started. To start, we are going to start with a chain of 32, which I have right here. Okay, we're going to use our G hook. Okay, so let me get this a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing here. So we have a chain of 32. We're going to work in the second chain from the hook. So we're going to skip the first chain, go to the second chain, and we're going to work a half double crochet. So we're going to actually work 5 half double crochets in the next 5 stitches. So we have our first one right there that we just did. Okay, so what you're going to do is put your stitch marker in to mark that first stitch of row number 1. So we have 1 half double crochet, we need 4 more. So to do the half double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert the hook into the chain or into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 3 on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. And that's your half double crochet. So that was number 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have 5 half double crochets. Now in the next stitch, we're going to work 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. So we have 2, and this is number 3. So we have 3 half double crochets all into the same stitch. Next, we're going to work in the next 5 chains a half double crochet in each chain. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next stitch, we're going to work 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. In the next 7 stitches, we're going to work a half double crochet. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 here. Next stitch, we're going to work 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. That's 2 and 3. Okay, so now in the next 5 stitches, we're going to work a half double crochet again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In the next stitch, 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. That's 2 and 3. In the next 5 stitches, a half double crochet in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we're done with row number 1. And that's what it's looking like. After row number 1, you will have 39 stitches. So here and here is the back of the dress. This is the sides of the dress, or we're going to form the armhole eventually, and then that's the front of the dress. Okay, so let's start row number 2. We're going to do a chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. And in the next 6 stitches, we're going to work a half double crochet. So we're going to go into that first one, and we're going to work our half double crochet. This is the start of row 2. We're going to put in our stitch marker for row 2. That's to start where, that's to mark where the first stitch is. Then we're going to continue working half double crochets. We need 5 more to make a total of 6. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going to work 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. So we had 6 half double crochets. Then in the next stitch we did 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. So here in the next 7 stitches, we're going to work a half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Next stitch, we're going to work 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. That's 3. In the next 9 stitches, we're going to work a half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Next stitch, 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, now in the next 7 stitches, we're going to work a half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, sorry about that. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Next stitch, 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, now in the next 6 stitches, we're going to work a half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right here where our stitch marker was our first stitch, well, we did row number 1, and that's going to mark our number 6 right there. Okay, so that's what we have. We're done with row number 2. Okay, and at the end of row number 2, you should have 47 stitches. So let's start row number 3. For row number 3, we're going to work again a chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to work our first half double crochet in that first stitch. We're working 7 double crochets here, so this is the first one of the 7. Mark your stitch there with the stitch marker. So we need 7 half double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Next stitch, 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, now in the next 9 stitches, we're going to work a half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. In the next stitch, we're going to work 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. Okay. Now in the next 11 stitches, we're going to work a half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Next stitch, 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. Okay. Now, next 9 stitches, we're going to work a half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Next stitch, we're going to work 3 half double crochets into the same stitch. That's 2 and 3. Okay, so at the end here, we're going to work 7 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and where the stitch marker is number 7. Okay, so we finished row number 3. And that's what we have. At the end of row number 3, you will have 55 stitches. So we're going to start round number 4. We're going to chain 1 again, turn our work, and in the next 9 stitches, we're going to work a half double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, go into that first stitch and work our first half double crochet, and we're going to put that stitch marker back in there for that first stitch of the row, and we're working 9 half double crochets. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now we're going to form the armhole. So to do that, we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to skip 11 stitches, and in the next one, we're going to work a half double crochet. So we're going to skip 11. So we're going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So in the next one, we're going to work our half double crochet. And we just formed the little armhole. Okay, now this is the front of the dress. So for the front, we're going to need a total of 15 stitches. So we just did number 1 right there. So that's 1. We need a total of 15. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so that's what we have. So now we're going to chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And again, we're going to skip 11, and then in the next stitch, we're going to half double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The next one, we're going to do a half double crochet. Okay, and that's our second armhole. Okay, so now we have these stitches across here, and we should have a total of 9 of them, including that one we just did. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and take our stitch marker out, and that marks number 9. Try that again. There we go. Okay. So this is what we have. This is the front of the dress. You have your armhole here, your armhole here, and then this is the back of the dress. Okay. So we've just completed 1, 2, 3, row number 4. And at the end of row number 4, you will have 45 stitches. So we're going to start row number 5. Going to do a chain 1, turn our work, and all we're going to do for row number 5 is a half double crochet in each chain across, and you should have a total of 45 when you're done with row number 5. Okay, so we're going to go into that first stitch and do our half double crochet. Place your stitch marker so you can mark your first stitch of the row. So I just wanted to show you here because it can get a little confusing if you're a beginner. So we have 1. Remember, we're going to do a single crochet across. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now it looks like we only have 8 stitches, but the 9th stitch is right here, right next to it. So you got to make sure you grab that stitch. This is your 9th stitch right there, and I just wanted to show you that because it can look it can be a little confusing if you're a beginner. Now we still have 6 chains here, so you want to do a half double crochet in each chain. So what I like to do is bring these chains forward so that I can see my stitches and then go ahead and start doing my half double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so that's what we have right now. So now we're going to go across and we're going to do the 15 here, then we're going to do the 6 chains, and then we're going to do the 9 here. And at the end of row number 5, you should have 45 half double crochets. I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera, and I will meet you at the end of round number 5. So I finished so I finished round 5, and this is the end here. We're going to do now round 6. So I have 45 stitches in round number 5. And we're going to do a chain 1 to start row number 6, and row 6 starts our pattern that we're going to do. Okay, so in that very first stitch, we're going to do a single crochet. Go ahead and mark your stitch. And in that same stitch, we're going to do a two chain puff. And what that means is, you know, when you do a puff, you're going to yarn over. I'm going to show you right now. We're going to yarn over, insert the hook into that stitch. We're going to go into the same stitch that we did the single crochet. Okay, we yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop. So that's 1 pull over when I say 2 chain. So we're going to yarn over again. This is the second one. Insert the hook, pull up the loop, and we have 5 on our hook. And that's all we're going to do. Yarn over and pull through all 5 stitches. Okay, so we have a single crochet and then a puff stitch in the same stitch. Now we're going to skip a stitch, and then we're going to repeat that pattern in the next one. So a single crochet, then a puff. We're going to yarn over once, insert the hook, pull up a loop, yarn over a second time, insert the hook, and pull up the loop. Okay, we have 5 on our loop, on our hook, and we're going to pull through all 5. So that's what we're going to do, going all the way across. Skip 1, go into the next one, do a single crochet, yarn over once, pull up a loop. You have 3 on your hook, yarn over the second time, insert the hook, pull up the loop. You have 5 on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 5. And that's what our stitch looks like. Skip 1, then we're going to do the same thing. Single crochet and then a puff. It's first and second chain that we pulled up. And we have 5 on our hook, pull through all 5. Skip 1, go to the next one, single crochet and then a puff. 1 and 2 and pull through all 5. Skip 1, go into the next one, single crochet and then do a puff stitch. Pull through all 5. And that's what we're going to do all the way across. I believe, I'm not sure if at the end we'll have 2 or 3 stitches, but when we get to the end, I will meet you there. We're going to continue doing the same thing like we've just been doing. Skip 1, go into the next one, do a single crochet and then a puff all into the same stitch. Okay, and I will meet you at the end. So here we are at the end and we have 2 stitches left. We have 1 and then the stitch where the stitch marker is at, that's 2. So at the end, what we're going to do, remove the stitch marker, and in that last stitch, we're going to skip the next one, and in that last one, we're going to work 2 half double crochets in that stitch. 1 and 2. And that's how we're going to end the row. Okay. So now at the end of this row, I believe, because we added that we added a half double crochet here. Instead of 1, we're adding 2. It's going to be 46 stitches. Okay. So now we're going to start row number 7. This was 5, 6, and we're going to start row number 7, and we're going to repeat the same thing that we did for row number 6. We're going to do a chain 1. We're going to start off a little bit different. In this row, we're going to skip that first stitch and we're going to go into the second one, okay, to start row number 7. Skip this one, go into the second stitch right there and do a single crochet. Make sure you put your stitch marker right back in there so you know where the first stitch of the row is. And then in that same stitch, we're going to work our puff. Okay. Now we're going to skip this one and then we're going to work in the next stitch. We're going to be working in the single crochets from the previous row. So if you kind of pull this apart, you can see where your stitches are at. Okay. So those are the stitches we're going to be working into. So you're going to skip this one and you're going to go into the next one and do our single crochet and then our puff. Skip this one and then go into the next stitch, do our single crochet and our puff. Skip this one, single crochet and a puff. Skip this one, go into the next one, single crochet and a puff. Skip this one, single crochet and a puff. Skip this one, next one, single crochet and a puff. Skip this one, next one, single crochet and a puff. So that's what we have. Now we're going to do this all the way to the end, okay? And I will meet you back when we get to the end of the row. This is, again, row number 7 we're working on. So here I am at the end of row 7, and again we have 2 stitches left. We have this one and then the one where the stitch marker is at, and we're going to do the same thing like we did in the previous row. We're going to work 2 half double crochets to end the row. So you're going to yarn over, and in that last stitch you skip 1 stitch, and in that last stitch we're working 2 half double crochets. Try that again. 1 and 2. Okay, so we finished row number 7. Row number 8, we're going to repeat the same thing that we've done for row number 7. We're starting row number 8. We're doing a chain 1, turning our work. We're going to skip that first one, go into the next one and work our single crochet and our puff stitch. So let me mark that first stitch that we did the single crochet right here to mark the row of number 8. Now we did the single crochet. Now we're going to do the puff into the same stitch. skip that one, and again, if you pull, you can see where your single crochets are right there. That's where we're going to work our next stitch. Single crochet and a puff. And we're going to repeat the same thing all the way to the end, and at the end of the row, you're going to end it where that stitch marker is at, and you're going to work 2 half double crochets in that last stitch. Now we're going to repeat this. We're starting row number 8, okay? You're going to repeat this for row number 8, 9, 10, and 11, okay? So I'm going to continue to do this off camera, single crochet and then a puff into the same stitch. And I'm going to continue doing this off camera, and I will meet you at the end of row number 11. Skip this one, go into the next one, single crochet and puff. Okay, I will meet you at the end of round 11. So I've completed row number 11, and this is what it's looking like. Let me turn this dress around so you can start seeing it, and as you can see, it's coming along perfect. It's the front and then the back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to close the dress up. And moving forward, you only need 1 stitch marker because we're going to be going around in a spiral. We're not going to be ending a row. We're just going to continuously go around. So I'm going to take this stitch marker out, and where that stitch marker was in that first single crochet of this row, of the row we just finished, we're going to put a slip stitch. So we're going to slip stitch to close the dress. Okay, right there. Now we're going to switch to our J hook. Okay, at this point we're going to switch. So in that very first stitch, we're going to do a chain 1 to start the row. This is row number 12 that we're starting. In that very first stitch where we did the slip stitch, we're going to do a single crochet and then the puff stitch in the same stitch. So I'm going to put my stitch marker back right here to mark that row. Okay, and then we're going to work our puff stitch in that same stitch where we did the single crochet. Okay, skip 1 again, and the next one we're going to do the single crochet and then the puff all into the same stitch. Skip 1, go into the next one, single crochet and puff. Skip 1 in the next one, single crochet and then the puff. Skip 1 in the next stitch, single crochet and then a puff. Skip 1 in the next stitch, single crochet and then a puff. Okay, and we're going to repeat this all the way around for round number 12, and I will meet you at the end here to show you how we're going to continue around. So here we are at the end of row number 12, and we have 3 stitches left. We have 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to do again, we're going to skip 1 stitch, okay, and in that next stitch we're going to work our single crochet and our puff. Okay, then we have 1 here. So we're going to skip that one, and we're going to go right into the single crochet where our stitch marker is at. So we're going to take our stitch marker out and go into that first single crochet, right here, and do our single crochet there. Okay, and if you want to put the stitch marker, go right ahead and put it back in. And then in that same stitch where we did the single crochet, we're going to work our puff stitch. And we're going to repeat this all the way around. Skip the next one, then go into the next one, do our single crochet and puff into the same stitch. Skip that one, go into the next one, single crochet and puff. So we're going to repeat that. Oops, it came out, so let me try that again. The puff didn't work there. So I got the single crochet, I'm doing the puff again. There we go. So we're starting row number 13. 5, 6, that's 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're on row number 13. I'm going to continue to do the same thing like we've been doing. Skip 1, single crochet, and then a puff in the same stitch. and we're going to go all the way around, and I will meet you back when we get over here to this end. Okay, so here we are again at the end of row 13. We have 3 stitches left, so we're going to skip 1 stitch, and in the next stitch we're going to work our single crochet and our puff. Okay, and we're going to skip this one, and we're going to work into where the stitch marker is at here. That's our single crochet that we started the row with. So we're skipping this one and going into that single crochet. And again, you can use a stitch marker if you want. You don't really need to, because what we're going to do is we're going to keep working the same thing like we've been doing, around and around and around, until you get to round number 22, or however many you want, depending on how long you want the dress or how short you want the dress. I like doing it up to round number 22. And basically you're going to be ending when you come around where this opening is at, okay, at row number 22. So it's up to you. If you want a stitch marker, you don't really need it, because all we're going to be doing now is going around and around. So we have our single crochet here, and then we're going to be doing our puff stitch. And we're going to repeat the same thing. Skip 1, go into the next one, single crochet and a puff stitch, all into the same stitch here. Repeating the same thing. Skip 1, go into the next one, single crochet and then a puff stitch. Single crochet, skip that one, go and do a single crochet and a puff stitch. Skip this one, go into the next one, single crochet and a puff stitch, all into the same stitch. Okay, so that's what we're going to repeating. As you can see, it kind of looks a little bit slanted right here, but when you come back around, you're just going to keep going around and around and around until you get to row number 22. And when we get to row number 22, I will meet you there, and I'll show you what to do about the edging. I just wanted to come back and show you how we're gonna, we're continuing in the spiral. So I didn't use a stitch marker, so we're gonna keep continuing the same thing, and we're just gonna keep going around and around and around. This is row number 13 that I'm just finishing, and again, we're gonna follow the same pattern that we've been doing. So skipping this one, going into the next one, doing our single crochet and our puff. And at this point, like I said, you don't really need a stitch marker. Skip that one, go into the next one, single crochet and a puff. Skip that one, next one, single crochet and a puff. So now we're starting, I think this is row number 14. Okay, so we're going to keep doing that just in a spiral. And when you come back around to row 22, you're just going to end close to here where this opening is at row number 22. Okay. So continue to do this, and I will see you at the end of row number 22. So here I am at the end. Now on this particular dress, I did 23 rows. Now I always suggest to have a doll on hand so you can try it on to see how you like the dress, and depending on that, depends on how many rows you make. Normally I'm doing 22 rows, but for this yarn, I don't know if it was my tension or it's just the yarn, I did 23 rows. So you can do whatever you feel is good. Okay, so this is where I'm ending. So this is row 23. So like I said, when you're ending the row, here's my opening, and you're just going to end it right there. Okay, now we ended, let me just take this out because I want to show you. This is our puff stitch right here. We did our single crochet and our puff stitch. Okay, and this is the opening here of the back of the dress. So we're going to end around this area. Okay, so we did our single crochet here and our puff stitch. We're going to skip one, and all we're going to do is skip one, and then in the next stitch we're going to slip stitch to close. That's it. So how we're going to end the dress. Well, I shouldn't say end, because we're going to do the trim on the bottom. Okay, but that's how we end the row, is just with the slip stitch. Skip one and then do the slip stitch, okay, in the next stitch. So now to do the edging, we're going to chain one, and in that same stitch where we did the slip stitch, we're going to do a single crochet, chain two, 1, 2, and then in that same stitch we're going to do a single crochet. Okay, so that's what we have. Now we're going to skip this one, go into the next stitch, do a single crochet, chain 2, and that same stitch where we did the first single crochet, we're going to do our second single crochet. Okay, so skip the next one, go into the next one, do a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet in that same stitch. Okay, so that's what the edging is looking like. Skip this one, go into the next one, single crochet, chain 2, and then single crochet in that same stitch. So we're going to do that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. So here I'm close to the end, and I'm going to show you how I'm closing. So skip this one, go into the next one, single crochet, chain 2, and then single crochet in that same stitch. Okay, so now we're going to skip this one, and all we're going to do is slip stitch over here to close this out, and then do a chain here, pull tight, and then you can cut your yarn. I got my scissors here, and we're done. That's the bottom of the dress. Okay, now I'm going to turn this around so that you can see the dress. I'm going to put it on the doll so you can see how it fits on the doll. But look at the dress, how it's coming out. Very pretty. And then again, it's the back opening. You're going to sew the buttons on here and the bottom of the dress. So let me get my doll so I can show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like on the doll. As you can see, it comes right here close to the knee, and that's where I like my dresses. So you can do this as short as you want or as long as you want, totally up to you. Okay, so that's the front. Let me show you what the back looks like. And right here is where you're going to put your buttons to close the back. Okay, there you go. Very easy, very simple. Now this doll is an American Girl doll, and I'm sure I got her at a Goodwill, a thrift store. That's where I get all my dolls. Whenever I see one, I usually buy it. I do have a collection of them. Some of them I've given to my granddaughters. They have plenty of American Girl dolls as well. Some from the store, but also many from thrift stores. Okay, so I always suggest having a doll on hand so that you can try it on. Again, this dress will be called Giana after my granddaughter. And I just wanted to mention that I know I haven't been doing any videos, and I just wanted to mention that I had a little bit of health issues. I also had a knee replacement, and it's been taking quite a bit of time to recover. I'm still going to therapy. I can walk, bend, do everything, but it's still not bending as much as it should. So I'm continuing therapy, and there's a lot going on. So, it's one reason I haven't been doing any videos, but we'll see when I can do the next one. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you think. Please, give me some comments. Let me know what you think. Like the video, share the video, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you very much, and you guys have a great day. Bye.